Crypto is about to explode, and this is Wall Street's biggest bet yet. This is the moment Bitcoin and Ethereum step into their roles as the foundation of our new global economy that's unfolding before our very eyes. Behind the scenes, capital is moving, policies are shifting, and the old playbook is starting to disintegrate, fall apart. So in the next few minutes, in today's show, I'll explain to you and demonstrate how the largest institutions, public companies, and political insiders are all converging on crypto, and why what's about to happen could change your entire perspective and hopefully your portfolio. By the end of today's video, you'll see the on-chain proof and learn exactly how to position yourself for this historic shift. You'll also see how we are very much so at a point of no return. So let's get started. Let's start by reviewing some macro facts. What we see is the following. Today, over $140 billion in Bitcoin is now controlled by just BlackRock and Michael Saylor's company, Strategy. For some perspective, that's over 6% of all Bitcoin in existence ever. And it's not stopping there. Public companies are piling in too, with Sequence raising $384 million specifically to launch their own Bitcoin treasury. And Eric Trump's American Bitcoin project is securing $220 million to buy even more Bitcoin. These are headlines, I know, but what they really signal is a mindset shift at the highest levels of finance and business. For these players, for these people, Bitcoin is more than an investment. It's becoming a strategic economic weapon. I hate to put it that way, but that's what's happening. A way to shore up their balance sheets for this new era. They're preparing for this new era where those that own the most Bitcoin are the most powerful. So it's not just Wall Street anymore. The Trump administration has announced it will publish its first crypto policy report on July 22nd. And rumors suggest it may even include recommendations for funding a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the US. All while meanwhile, President Trump is pushing Congress to investigate Fed Jerome Powell. Frankly, I don't think any of us should be surprised. He's bringing monetary policy and crypto right into the political spotlight. And all of this is happening as institutional buyers are racing to acquire as much Bitcoin as possible before new policy and ETF demand soaks up even more supply. But as I was saying in my intro a moment ago, if you think this is just about Bitcoin, you're missing what may be the most important capital rotation in crypto history and why. So let's talk about crypto as a country's thesis. There's a new model for understanding crypto, and the world's largest asset managers are now backing it. For instance, Fidelity and BlackRock are no longer comparing Ethereum to a tech stock or a startup. Instead, they're describing it as a sovereign digital economy with its own GDP, exports, and currency. Fidelity's latest report put Ethereum's economy in the language of nations: consumption, government spending, investment, and net exports. What crypto natives saw years ago, Wall Street finally now sees and understands. And when this narrative shifts, so does, and so will the flow of capital follow. ETH's $250 cost basis is more than just a number on a chart. Over 3.45 million ETH have been accumulated in this zone, and it now acts as a structural support level. Public companies, DAOs, and treasuries are locking up ETH because it's become the core monetary asset for DeFi and Web3. SharpLink, for example, holds over 536 million in ETH, most of it staked to secure yield. Game launched 100 million ETH treasury just this week. And Trump's Truth Social even filed for a spot crypto blue chip ETF, including Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, XRP, and Crypto.com's Chronos. Mainstream investors are getting direct access to the full spectrum of the crypto economy, and the floodgates are opening. So now let's follow the capital we see stablecoins in DeFi taking center stage because on-chain activity confirms everything the institutions are signaling. USDC on Ethereum, for instance, just hit a new all-time high, with both transfer volume and transaction count exploding. And the Circle and OKX partnership is supercharging USDC liquidity with zero-fee conversions, removing the final barrier between stablecoins and the wider crypto markets. Tom Lee, actually from Fundstrat, describes this moment as the ChatGPT moment or story of crypto, where programmable money, which I love, and the AI-driven digital economy are merging to unleash a new cycle of demand.
What is it about the market setup and market structure today that's really enabling digital assets to take off now?
That's a really pertinent question, because when we look at 2025, the market's leadership is coming from two categories. It's still AI and the Mag 7 and that complex, but this year the leadership has also surged from crypto-related equities, and that's Circle, which really blew the doors open. It's the best IPO performance probably in more than 5 years. I think what's happened is that the AI boom is really an enablement in the sense that it has now made it clear to investors that there is a move towards a digital economy. And I think that has captured the imagination. And now investors are very interested in programmable money. And I think that's where stablecoin have become the ChatGPT story of crypto, because we've seen mainstream adoption by consumers, merchants, and banks. And really, again, Circle has brought a halo to that whole process.
So you see how ETH is now the backbone for DeFi, trading, and the institutional on-ramps. Just yesterday, Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume surpassed that of Bitcoin, flipping the narrative for market leadership. DeFi protocols and the treasuries keep setting records. Sharplink alone holds over $500 million in staked ETH, most of it generating real yield. The supply crisis is here, guys. ETH staking just hit an all-time high of 29.6%, while exchange reserves fell to just 18.9 million of ETH. That's less liquid ETH available for purchase than ever before, because with more ETH locked, there's less circulating and more capital flooding in. This is the historic setup and supply squeeze for Ethereum. The market hasn't even priced in. They haven't even fully calculated the impact of what this means yet. ETH's evolution from a speculative asset to a high conviction institutional hold and yield engine is real. And every new treasury launch, every ETF application, every major staking move tightens the supply. So now let's get into the most important part of today's show. What does this all mean for your strategy, for your portfolio, for your investments, for your financial future? Here's how it all comes together and matters for you. ETH's 2,500 level is now one of the strongest support zones on the chart, anchored by institutional buyers and long-term holders. Stablecoins are pouring onto the network, providing both liquidity and on-ramps for the next wave of capital, all while Wall Street, public companies, DAOs, and even political campaigns are racing to secure strategic positions. And for investors, this is bigger than just timing the next trade. This is about recognizing the moment when capital policy and the narrative align. With ETH staking at all-time highs, liquid supply is vanishing, meaning the available ETH on exchanges and in the market available for you and I to buy is diminishing. It's going away, especially with the constant flood of new treasuries buying and buying more Ethereum. So the risk is no longer missing the bottom, missing the cheapest price you could have bought Ethereum for. The real risk is missing the redefinition of what crypto can be and is going to mean for the world. Ethereum's outperformance is the next logical capital rotation. On-chain flows, as I said, stablecoin adoption, and the policy shifts are setting us up for the next major explosive moves in DeFi, altcoins, and everything built on Ethereum. So you better believe the altcoin season is around the corner. And with the White House and the Fed now circling around crypto like vultures in their policy discussions, the game is only getting bigger and more rigorous. So in closing, guys, this is only the beginning. As Wall Street continues to move billions and policies unlock new capital. And as more of the world sees Bitcoin and Ethereum as what they really are, and as the backbone of this new digital economy many call Web3, it's really just the evolution of our financial world and markets. The opportunity is widening for anyone who's paying attention, but only right now. We are not just watching a new market cycle. We are witnessing the birth of a new economic era. So if you're here, congratulations, you're early and you are building your own era of your new financial life and future as well with every decision you make, including that of tuning into my channel, because this content is literally just for you. It's to help prepare you and help inform your financial decisions. So with that said, guys, that's the end of today's video. I love you guys so very much. Please like this video if you gain value from it. And more than anything, and most importantly, please share this video with a friend or family member that needs to know what's going on and whom you would like to help have a role in changing their financial future. Anyway, guys, I love you. Take care, and I will catch you guys in my video tomorrow.